I'm an idiot. My microphone was not turned on and nobody told me. But that's okay. Basically, I'm Shiro. I'm an idiot. What I usually do on these streams is I talk about what happened artistically in the past week, usually with my microphone turned on, but once again, I am an idiot. There is no way in hell there is going to be one stream that I do where everything works right. No such thing. And then we move on and to Bootleg Cookie, which is my weekly webcomic. So, as I was saying, completely mute, was that I finished No Rest from the Wicked. I celebrated a little bit by myself with exactly one alcoholic drink because that's all I can stomach. And then went on to explain about the Red Dot auction, about how it is organized by the Chuck Jones Foundation, so you're allowed and even encouraged, it's practically like obligatory to use Looney Tune characters, and how I've been participating for a couple of years, but I had to stop for a while because shipping issues, wink wink nudge nudge. And then I was able to re-participate again starting last year when they decided to accept digital entries, and I was like, oh, I'm all over that. And they said no AI, and I said, oh, okay, I got good news for you, buddy. So last year what I did, and because the theme was villains, I did the Dan Backslide using Risograph, a tool set from True Grit Art Supplies, all one word if you're looking for the website. You know, I'm glad I noticed this in the intro of the show and not at the end, like another one of my live streams. At least I had the window right there. And I will be posting my piece for this year and maybe previous years, because now I can talk about them, because originally all the other Red Dot auctions that I participate in were anonymous, so we had to sign the back of the piece, not the front. But this year they decided not only do you sign the front, but we want your info, we want your photo, we're gonna show everything off, and we encourage you to talk about it and display your piece on socials. And that was like I jumped on that, you know, so that's what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to start posting the piece and maybe the older ones, the piece that I did this year. And when I say I did this year, I signed up, I started working, and the next day I was done with the piece. That's how fast it is. The deadline is March. So I had an idea and I jumped on it. That's what happened. Give me a second. I also didn't say that one of my eye kind of hurts. I have a mild headache. I have some sinus problems. They're not blocked, they're just sore. Also, I'm noticing the title. I changed the title, but on my restream chat it still says Color Challenge, but I know I changed the title of the stream before I started. So that would be a restream issue. Anyway, I'll check the YouTube archive later. So basically what the Red Dot auction do is that it helps young artists, kids with struggles, and of course I am all over that. You mean to tell me I get to draw stuff and you sell it and you use the money for kids with art? Like, if that's not a cause to get behind, I don't know what is. Like, if starting next year they start to add pets in there, that like animals that need to be adopted or need vet services and stuff like that on top of helping kids, I mean, like, ooh. A foundation after my own heart, you know. But of course I'm always happy to participate in the auction. So yeah, we'll be starting to post that piece this week on my social. I will be linking to the Red Dot auction, they're still accepting people, as far as I know, at the time of recording this stream. And the deadline for your piece is March 7th, I believe. I know it's in March. So just in case, submit your stuff like right away, and then they'll send you an email explaining ta-da-ta-ta, I guess. Or it's written on the website. Anyway, Red Dot Auction. There you go. I also did a piece that I did post. I'm participating in a challenge for fun. It's literally like just one drawing. I don't have to do one a day. You guys don't know how hard Inktober is for me. Like, usually I participate in anything else, like Drawloween or my own prompts and stuff like that. But this year I participated in Inktober because there was a chance I might win some Koretake stuff. And for all that work, I got 500 yen coupon that expires at the end of the month. It's better than nothing. At least they were nice enough to give me a participation prize. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I'm allowed to laugh with the effort I put in those cards. But, like, usually giveaways like that, they don't give participation prizes. So, I mean, I am really thankful. Because usually you get nothing. No soup for you. So if anything, it is generous. So if you guys... So, the piece that I made, it was for a challenge. I might win some Procreate brushes. Of course. And you guys know I'm not really that big a fan of using Procreate. If anything, I use it for like small images and stuff like that. Never anything fancy. The way Procreate drags the brush, I struggle a lot with that. And my Apple Pencil is not super comfortable. I tried it by itself and it makes my hand like cramp up. But I have a thing on it, like a cushion, to make my grip looser, and that's not much more comfortable. Because honestly, the Apple Pencil is slick. And I'm either drawing like this, or like this, way past the cushion. I'm trying to focus on the cushion, and but that is a me problem, because I used that challenge. It's for Manero brushes. Anyway, it's tagged in the piece that I posted on socials, and the theme this month was something like Naughty Santa and stuff like that. And it was like, give Santa a mischievous twist. And yeah, let's just say I also tagged EC Comics on it. Not DC, EC Comics on it. Literally, at EC Comics, call me. I'm still trying, you know, if I, you know, just give me a chance to draw some horror. You guys can't see I can draw horror. So now we are going to move that window up here. Get to my desktop. And answer Ronald's question, because yes, I did see it earlier in chat. Scroll. There we go. It's just I gotta do my whole intro thing, you know. I'm here, and did you see those 2 videos I emailed you days ago? I saw the email. I did not watch the videos because honestly, I forgot, because I have ADHD, and I have like this very well, one of my best friends keeps sending me videos on Instagram, and I never fucking watched them. When I say that I don't watch movies, apparently that includes Instagram shorts and stuff like that. It's like when I need instructions, I Much prefer either having them written down succinctly, or if I absolutely have... The light is so good today, what the hell? If I absolutely have to watch a video, it better be one of those, like, foreign-sounding videos when they just say, you go here, 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 and they don't explain the history of each step. Like, I do not care if this piece was built in 1999 in Baghdad, okay? Just tell me what it does. That's all I need to know. Speaking of horror, what are your thoughts on the point-and-click horror game Shadowgate? Shadowgate, Shadowgate, Shadowgate. I'm Googling images. I never played Shadowgate. I think I saw some people play it on YouTube. Because that screenshot looks familiar. Oh, there's a Game Boy Color version. Shadowgate 64. Seriously? Hi, Coco. We're not doing anything on the main screen, and I'm looking at pictures of Shadowgate. Because I was asked for my thought, and Ronald seems convinced that I am capable of thinking. Yeah, it sure is a game. Personally, I'm not a fan of games where the actual visuals is like in a little screen, and even worse when there's no visuals. Like front-facing RPGs where they tell you you can go north, east, east, west. Okay, where am I? There is no compass to help me. I don't know where I am. I am lost in the first village of this game. Good question. Bono is asking if anybody saw the FNAF 2 movie yet. I didn't even see the first one. Any of you guys saw the FNAF 2 movie yet? I just know that people are complaining, and at this point I just tune out the complaining because that's all people do on the internet! Me included. Been a while since I drew anything FNAF. I think the last time I drew anything FNAF was Glam Rock. Glam Rock Freddy. Took me a little too long to my liking to remember that the main character of Five Nights at Freddy is called Freddy. What the hell did they put in my peppermint tea? That was a little too uncomfortable of a pause. Good shit, though. As long as it stays hot. Shiro, you say you like horror, but I've asked you a horror question and you can't answer. I like horror comics. No, I haven't seen any of the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, nor have I played any of the games. Anybody else like Ronald? Raise your hand. I haven't seen any of the movies, and technically, I haven't played any of the games. I say technically because I did for a period of time have the game that works a little bit like Pokemon Go, but the animatronics come to you and you're supposed to try and capture them. And now that the game's discontinued, plus there was a lot of lore in it, so that is now lost in the ether of lost media. You know, Davis sent me 3 horror comics, like, at the end of last month, and I still haven't had a minute to actually sit down and read them. And he was like, well, they're not in the best shape, and I'm like, have you seen my collection? Like, to be quite frank, I'm not in the best shape. Like, what I know about horror games, I've learned on, like, JonTron's channel and the game Grumps and stuff like that. I don't think I even own a horror game. Because I know I am way too antsy to play stuff like Silent Hill and Resident Evil when you're supposed to, like, save your bullets. Like, watching the game being played by someone else, no problem. If I'm in control of that gun is empty in the first zombie. Well, if people are interested, you can play it if you have to buy it. Yeah, that's usually how it works, yeah, for media. Because you can't rent shit anymore. Literally, to get the physical version of Suikoden that I wanted, I had to order it from Asia. Yes, I pronounced it like that on purpose. Asia. Because the English version, that only has English on it, was more expensive. And it's not like it had all the DLC already installed on it. Nothing. No, it's the same damn thing. It's just that the cover is in English. Apparently, English ink is more expensive. I don't know. And the reason I wanted a specific version that I may not be able to use the internet stuff, and honestly I don't super really care, the game's still gonna run even if I can't use internet capabilities, is because the version that I ordered, thanks to your support guys, because it was the previous throne goal. Oh, shoot. Give me a second, guys. Telephone. Good news. Thank God it was a real person and not a salesman, because I think I would have put the microphone back on and had a meltdown. No, it was my Aunt Lisa. I have mentioned that my Aunt Moon... I have mentioned here and there that my Aunt Moon had a big problem, health-wise. And she was in another town for her treatments. And she's coming back Saturday. On adapted transport instead of an ambulance, because she went into that city in an ambulance. She's coming back in adapted transport, which means she's better. So, yay! And I gotta tell Mom when Mom gets home, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be thrilled. It is her sister. I also like how you, Gabe, and Beth included references to the Valiant Mario comics in the current and previous issues of Smack. Alright, I'm gonna comment on that real quick. Gabe does the Valiant comics references. I never had access to the Valiant comics. I've had, I should say, because my local bookstore don't carry them anymore. They carried a bunch and then they stopped. I have access to Super Mario Adventures. It's somewhere over here in my bookcase. And I've had access to Super Mario Kun, which are in this bookcase. No, you guys can't see where I'm pointing, but I swear these are two different bookcases. So yeah, I don't know what goes on in the Valiant comics. Gabe does, and I don't question. I just do. I do have, like 2 comics of that Game Boy series that I think it was in Nintendo Power, where Mario like exists in the cartridge of Super Mario Land, and he pops out, and then Tatanga pops out, and both times Tatanga tries to take over the Earth, and it fails, because when they pop out of the Game Boy, they are still this size. And in the second story, Tatanga almost did it because he controlled an adult. This size. Yeah, good for you, buddy. So yeah, I have that somewhere. And I have some Links and Mario. I'm not sure if they're from Nintendo Power, but I got some Links and Marios. Clearly done by Americans. Somewhere in this bookcase. I have 3. I have a Choose Your Own Adventure starring Luigi somewhere. I think it's Luigi at the Olympics, I'm not sure. And finally, I have the whole comic of A Link to the Past. Which I think was drawn by the guy who made Cyborg 009. Don't quote me on that. Ronald, feel free to correct me. You're the guy. You're, quote, the guy, unquote. So, like, I'm good at trivia, but you, sir, Crown. Once again, I have to stress that I am so not making fun of Ronald. Because you never know, there's always somebody who's going to misunderstand what I say. I'm gonna move Mom a little bit. And honestly, I never talk with Beth. Gabe well, I mean, Beth is Gabe's sister, so of course he's going to be able to talk to her, but in our work, I have never talked with Beth about the comic. I know she exists. So there's that backdoor smack lore, if you guys wanted it. Gabe's the one that knows about Valiant Comics. I have a bunch of obscure comics and I have never speaking to Beth. There you go. On cherche le mensonge et on vote. I was speaking of you guys' support earlier. Because of your support, I was actually able to buy Christmas presents for my immediate family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. With every dollar coming in, a little bit of anxiety comes out. So that's always appreciated. And of course, as with every bootleg cookie, this is really what happened for Lily's adoption. Honestly, that's probably how we got rocks too. It must be safer. It must be safe about how y'all got Lily now. Honestly, it did feel like theft, but like after we got her, there was like no posts about where is my little Maltese on Facebook or on Marketplace. So we assume it's safe. And like with the amount of pictures of Lily that we post, somebody would have said something, because even if she's a Maltese among Maltese, she has a recognizable face. If you've bothered to look at her face for 5 seconds, you know? Like, she has a unique smile. Safety first. Shih Tzu owned by Todd in my building has that smile too. Oh yeah, from the previous stream, I meant that I can draw Knit and Drawer's art style just in my way, like how you did with Mario's Mid-Cake comic and Smack. Yeah, because Bono is a fellow artist, and their style really does resemble Knit and Drawer's, except that they draw really poofy hair. Bo looks like he's mean, but he isn't. Lily looks nice. Lily sounds like she's mean, but she isn't. She's just very door nervous. Like, if you're outside the door coming in, how dare you, you stranger? But if you're inside the door going out, how dare you, you're my best friend. Either way, she's gonna be barking her fool head off. And I'm not kidding when I said Mom, like, opened the door, like, left the door open, ran to that lady. Details are not important. Your mom has a soft heart for pitiful creatures in trouble. I mean, she had me and decided to keep me, and then she saw Dad wanted nothing to do with him, ended up keeping him. I'm hearing little footsies. I'm gonna text Mom now about the good news I just got. Leave it here to see her reply. Back to work. back to adventure. Whoop. Don't forget Rocks and Patat. Yeah. Yeah, that's... like, I'm making jokes that we kidnapped Lily because of, well, how the entire thing happened. Did you see my Discord server? I did. I was trying to see if I could change a link and put it in support the booties instead of general chatting, but I didn't want to delete your link in general chatting, because me, honestly, I really don't care if people like show up their own stuff in my server. Like, literally, I have a channel on my server that says your art because I want to see you guys' art. And when I made the support the booties channel, it was so you guys could show off your links. And, like, if you had projects or Kickstarters or stuff like that, you post it there. That was the point. But then I tried to copy the link, and then it was, like, long like the arm, and And Coco says, wasn't Phantom someone's discarded dog? Yeah, but we went through, like, normal channels to get Phantom. She was abandoned in the woods. Somebody found her, brought her to the vet, and we adopted her through the vet. We didn't sneak in at night. Open a cage at random. You're my dog now. Go, 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 go. This was a Liam Neeson movie right there. So the story about Lily is that she was a breeder dog, but apparently not a very good one, because they had her have, she was super young, they had her have one litter, and then they were done with her. They decided to keep the puppies instead of her, and they were going to euthanize her. That's the story that we were told. That's why Mom was in a hurry. Well, you made the right choice in all of those adoptions. Thank you. She was kind of shaved all crooked because the person that got her, it was not her original owner that gave her to us. It was the neighbor. The neighbor was keeping her. while looking for a new owner for Lily. So that was awkward. Even if you had to technically commit a crime to save Lily. Wouldn't be the first time. I wonder what Canadian barbecue is like, considering Texas, Missouri, and North Carolina are trying to outdo each other. Canada, whoa, stop scrolling. Canada doing barbecue would be indifferent to say something. Well, I don't know for the rest of Canada, we just kind of just barbecue. I barbecued a lobster once. And every time I say that, somebody will invariably say, how do you do that? And what I like to say is I put the lobster in the barbecue and close the lid really fast because these little critters can jump. And I just stay there and wait to be asked if it's true. Just like, oh yeah, you gotta close the lid fast. These little critters can jump, and I stay like that. I would guess that the rest of Canada like to use maple syrup in the barbecue sauce. That's all I can tell you, as far as I know. Because just when we barbecue, we just like barbecue normal. As far as I know, there's no, like, secret awesome Canadian recipe that I know of. We just kind of put some barbecue sauce on it so it doesn't stick to the grill. My friend Molly adopted a former breeder dog. She was also a sweet dog, if a bit of a diva, because she was a show dog, too. Seriously, for one thing, why doesn't people ask you draw horror that much? I don't know. I do admit that I draw a lot of cute shit because I like cute shit. Like, I have an entire collection of Luigi's up there. Like, I like cute shit. I have so much cute shit. I got one of my many painter Hello Kitties on my desk. Whenever possible, every electronic I own is like a nice soft pastel pink. Electric sharpener, label maker, Cricut. That's all nice. And I don't draw and post horror often, but I am good at horror. Like, my best example is literally in the Halloween edition of the first Charybdis issue. We will be working on a second one. Lee just needs a break right now. But, and yeah, in the Bells, Bats in the Bell Fright, or From Bat to Worse, that's the title, all of it. And I drew some vampire monks that were also infected with a virus that gave them pustules on their skin. And Charybdis and Slink had to fight that on top of man-bat monsters. So that was super fun. So yeah, people need to ask me for more horror shit. I love horror shit. My best dogs were adopted from shelters. Some of the worst I had were raised as puppies. Well, they were not raised really well then, were they? One good tip I've learned with grilling is to dip a paper towel in olive oil and rub it on the grating as a means to keep the meat and veggies from sticking. Source: Stephen Reich on Create Channel. Reichlin? That guy on Create Channel. this year. Lily reach the ripe old age of 7. And Mom was like, no, she's not. And I said, we got her 5 years ago. She said, yeah. The vet said she was 2 when we got her. She said, yeah. And I'm like, and Mom like, oh, right. Reichland. Thank you. Like, if you look a little bit in my Divine Art gallery, I got like some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. I have a zombie or 2. I might get an iPad for Christmas soon to draw. Like, literally the only thing I can recommend would be to get Procreate. Because you do get some good stuff, and I've heard you can animate on Procreate, and it's like only, well, in Canadian, it's only like 13 something once. You can also get Clip Studio for iPad, but that's a subscription. It depends on how much you want to pay, basically. Like, I did have a subscription on my iPad for like 1 year. And what I was trying to do was like transfer my settings from my desktop to my iPad. Because they did say that I could do that. And when I attempted it, the software pretty much said, no, not like that. Because apparently there's some stuff missing. And that like fucks up the entire thing. That it doesn't want to transfer. So now what I do is I just use the free version on my phone, so I can have access to my quick access menus. If only Apple included the option to hook the iPad up to a Mac or PC to use as a Wacom competitor, would have made it worthwhile. And they're so close to getting it too, because I can use my phone as a webcam whenever I turn Streamlabs on. Like, it just connects, period. It doesn't even ask anymore. I see you got Streamlabs on. Bloop. But as far as drawing digitally on something, I still prefer my Wacom over my iPad. Like, it's the same glassy surface. I was used to drawing on a glassy surface on my old Wacom. This is my new Wacom, and it had a more toothy surface, but I scratched it off just by drawing normally with the plastic nib that came with the Wacom. So then I got a screen protector, which was then scratched up to hell because I used a titanium nib, because the original Wacom nibs would sand themselves down super fast. That's why I got the titanium nib. But then that nib would literally scratch chunks off the screen protector, so I'm on my second one. And now my nibs decided that they don't file down like chocolate in the sun anymore. It's still filing down, but I don't have like a big angle anymore. It's filing down normally. On my old Wacom, I almost never had to change the nibs, ever. When I sold the old Wacom, I still had like 4 of the original plastic nibs. I had all the pressed pulp paper nibs. I had the little springy nib that I never used. Like, that's how good the nibs were on the older Wacom. If I ever made a commercial software outside of gaming, no subscription, rentware, and when a program reaches end of life, it will be made free and open source. We can only dream. Ah, thank you! Bono just posted their Discord in the Support the Booties channel. And because I am allowed... to post links, here's the link to Bono's Discord. And behave! I'm nice enough to help invite you to his Discord. You guys better behave in his channel, because if I hear somebody's not behaving, oh, somebody's gonna get hurt real bad. I can use my Samsung tablet as a tablet. It's just slow as F. And because my older iPad doesn't update YouTube anymore, I was using it as a YouTube player. Now I'm not even using it at all, because YouTube won't boot on it. Fucking plan obsolescence. So now I use my art iPad as a YouTube player when I go to bed. And because I don't art that much on my art iPad, I also use it to play games. I just set it up, reconnect my controller. I gotta put another controller in my Throne wish list. I used to have two, but after an update, one of them like couldn't hold a charge in the battery anymore. Like, I would need a second one just because this one, my Mac and my iPad struggle to share. This has been a while, so this is mom's older haircut. I still have a Wacom Graphire when I only use Discord on desktop computers. I really do the minimum of minimum. Like right now I have Nitro, but it was like a 1-month trial, and then I got the email, hey, yeah, your trial is about to expire. Would you like to refresh your Nitro? And I was like, cancel. I'm not on it enough to warrant Nitro. Like, yeah, now I got cute little icons and cute little colors, but and people don't use my server enough to warrant me getting Nitro, so. For those curious, I usually post updates on there, my art, and I love when people post their own art. But I also, whenever I can, I post some good materials for our Clip Studio and sometimes Procreate. Literally the only reason I bothered to learn Procreate somewhat was to help fellow artists that have Procreate and have question, because my Google Foo almost never works for me, but it works great for other people. Whether I was blessed or cursed by the Fae is up for debate. There's one thing I can say about old Macs. They're great for installing Linux, NetBSD, FreeBSD, Haiku OS, open source successor to BOS, and MorphOS for Power Mac. All right, I'll take your word for it. Is that too far? What do you mean? What do you mean, Bono? Do you think you overstepped or what? Because you didn't. I mean, it's a good question too, because sometimes I can look like I'm pissed off at something. Usually I try to be like really obvious when I'm pissed off. And I also admit that I am very easy to piss off, depending on the subject matter. If anything, I need to learn how to work a Discord server, or win a lottery or two so I can hire people. Like, I have many dreams, and one of my dreams is to have employees, but you know, paying them. Not everybody be a volunteer. But for that, I need support. I literally went on all my accounts today and did the equivalent, the online equivalent of looking for change in my sofa. That's why I keep saying every little bit counts when it comes to support. think you can make some money by painting pictures for local businesses. Yeah. I'm gonna finish reading the comment. If you played your cards right, you can have enough to start a small business of your own. About that, I tried. So there's a business in town that is currently, like, I did this like a while ago, like a long time ago. I have the pictures somewhere on my professional Facebook page. So I was asked to basically do some high-res versions of characters, and you know what I mean by just saying characters, for this business, like all kind of cartoon characters, except a Transformer, because he wanted movie Bumblebee, and I was like, yeah, no. But I drew all the other ones. All the other ones. And then it was printed with the local printer, and of course now that trailer is like rolling around town, and the owner of the trailer knows it was me that drew it. And he's the only one because they took my name off of the credits, because it is said in the corner, printed by this company, but my name is nowhere on that trailer. Despite, you know, basically saving their asses. Because they were trying to do it themselves, and they didn't know how to upscale pictures, or, you know, Google for high-res pictures of what they needed, and they couldn't figure out how to put the tools, because it's a multi-purpose business. They couldn't figure out how to put the tools in the hands of the characters. So they asked me, and I just drew the characters with the tools. And not happy with that, it took a month for me to be paid, and I literally had to intimidate the owner of the printing company into paying me. Because every time I would call for my pay, he would be like, yes, yes, later, 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 constantly later. Until I got mad one day and I just walked in there. And the secretary was like, well, he's in a meeting right now. But then he was stepping out of the meeting for 5 minutes and he was like, oh, Shiro, hi. And he brought me into the meeting, and I spent the last 10 minutes of the meeting, like, in the back of the other people he was meeting with, like this. Until he got so uncomfortable, he got up and he cut me a check. Then, like, fast forward a bunch of years, okay? This thing is recent, from like 2 years ago, I think. He recommended me to another company. The company insisted that we have a Zoom meeting, which I agreed to, and I told him in that Zoom meeting I will not start work until I get half of my money up front. And they said okay, and then they started messaging me, you can start anytime now. You can start. I mean, you can start. And every time I told them, look, I'm willing to do a couple quick sketches to give you an idea of what you want. And that was like way before AI, okay? Then you guys see my sketches. And that is a clean version. Like, they didn't even get faces, okay? But I'm not, like I said, I'm not starting to work until I get, have the money up front, like we talked about in that Zoom meeting you guys insisted on. And then I got as a reply, my boss said that they paid you the full amount, and that they already sent the full amount to your address. And I'm like, how? I never gave you my address. And then they completely ghosted me. The boss apparently called me. Like, literally, I have my phone on mute, like, all the time, trying to cut down on fraudulent calls, because there was a while, like, it was an issue. And I happened to look down and I saw that the boss was trying to call me. Like, literally, ring, ring, shut down. So I called her back immediately, and I was sent to voicemail. So I waited a little bit, call back, sent to voicemail. Wait a little bit, call back, send to voicemail. Like, you called me, I called you back like a second after you hung up. And now you can't talk to me? I mean, they can't have really paid me. Like, let's pretend that they paid me and I was fraudulently saying that they never paid me. They would have, like, went after me in, like, court or something to get their money back. Like, something would have happened by now. But no, they never paid me. And they never got their work done, and they ghosted me. So yeah, local businesses, hard sell. I'm sorry about that. What happens if people use AI for your art? You would sue them, right? Well, I would not be happy. But I would expect if they feed my art to AI, they're gonna have a nasty surprise for all the recent stuff. So they would only be able to submit the old stuff. And you don't want to put my old art in AI. I mean, you would want stuff that looks good, you know? I don't know if I can sue people, but I know that I can cease and desist. It happened when someone tried to put my art on NFTs, and every time it happened, I sent a cease and desist. And whenever the cease and desist doesn't work, I just went to to the mother website where that NFT was hosted and told them, that's fucking stolen, and they took it down. So, I don't know about suing, but I have my ways. And we'll leave it at that. I'm so glad Paul told me about the shift thing. This is making my life easier. And that's another thing. People use AI because they say that they can't learn art and art is hard. Like, why the fuck would you steal my art for AI when I'm right here, more than ready to explain how I do my shit? Right? Like, if you want to do art like me, ask me. I'm right here. Like, I'm one of those artists that just do not understand that whole concept of artists are gatekeeping art. Sir, you can literally stick a finger up your ass and draw with whatever you dig out. That's how easy it is to art. Nobody is gatekeeping art. It is impossible. I have Clip Studio Paint 2 just in the Pro version. Would you like to do a collab? We'll discuss it later. I mean, I have you on Discord. We'll discuss it later. Right now is screaming time. Like, as artists that could show you how to draw it. Yeah! Of course, there's always some artists that will say, well, I have my secrets and I don't want to share them. I understand that, but not all artists are like that. Like, literally, I'm the type of artist, if I don't know how something is done, I will Google it for you. Because I am forever in my exploratory stage. AKA, I wonder if I can do that, and then try it. I gotta do some more gilding. That was fun. Hard to understand and learn, but fun. And I still need to learn. Because my gilding is not quite perfect yet. We can do better. Taller, better, faster, stronger. Working taller, make it better, do it faster, makes it stronger, more than ever. Power after hour, work is never over. Work it taller, make it better, do it faster, makes it stronger, more than ever. Power after hour, work is never over. Oh, look, a cease and desist from Daft Punk. I am so sad that they decided to split up and not do music together anymore. There is something about Daft Punk's music that I love. After hour work is never over. After hour work is never over. Yeah, that's the sad part. I can't sing for too long for fear of somebody saying, ah, copyright infringement! Dude, I love to sing, but I'm not good enough that my voice would pass as your song, trust me. Nobody's gonna listen to my singing and go, oh yes, that's a very good Daft Punk. No. I have an ego, but even my ego understands some things there. I love Daft Punk along with Stardust. I can't get sued if I just sing the lyrics to Around the World, can I? It's literally just the one sentence. Now I want to. Around the world, 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 around the world. That's 4 minutes, 39 seconds of that. Like, my phone playlist is a mess. Like, I've got The Offspring, I've got Green Day, Weird Al Yankovic, some music by Hiadayin 525, some Passepartout stuff. For those wondering what is Passepartout, it's a show aimed at kids ages like 3 and up. Well, they say 6 and up, but some of the stuff is really like elementary stuff. So imagine that I have about 20 songs from Barney and Friends in my phone for our American viewers. It's a kids show meant to be educative, and it is so educative. It is the show itself was created and sponsored by the Department of Education of Quebec, my province. So much so that we do have like a scholar level called Passepartout that is like between daycare and kindergarten. Gartent. Yes, Shiro, Gartent. You study English so well. So it's like daycare, Passepartout, kindergarten, first grade. I guess that's where our grade 7 went, because apparently we don't have one. Like, we got grade 6, secondaire 1, and secondaire 1 is the equivalent of grade 8, so there's that floating grade 7 went way back to before first grade. Ooh, Weird Al, another one of my favorites. Another musician I'm going to recommend is Tiny Tim. Oh, you want me to tiptoe through the tulips? Having a wonderful time. Oh, I love Weird Al. I have several of his physical albums. Of course, I have a lot on my phone. I don't have all of them, but I have a lot. And I am neurodivergent, so when I play them, I play them. My mind is tyrannic and guy. Maybe better someday later. Now he's just a small fry. He left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. At least when I do the Patreon-only live streams, I can sing as long as I want, whatever I want, so... Right now there are no Patreon streams scheduled. I need to ask supporters if they want me to continue streaming Earthbound Deluxe for them. because what I was streaming originally was the making of each page of No Rest from the Wicked, but that is done right now, and I am taking my usual break. So that's that, because even changelings need breaks. And when I say across the tracks, I am completely serious. Where we had to drive to go get Lily, it was like in an industrial section of the town, but not the industrial park, but an industrial park. Like, you literally see the colors go drabber and drabber as you go in that section. And it's where the oil refinery was, or is. I don't know if it's still functional anymore. So... So yeah, I was like... I wonder if you're familiar with Juno songs and Men on the Internet. They take video game songs and add lyrics to them. Yeah, the only one I listen to actually for that is Brental Floss. And I do have a bunch of Brental Floss music on my phone. You've wanna mention Luigi. Don't question it, it's legit. No bullshit. It may be crumbling and creepy. And now I draw a blank because it's been a while. But something about it's much better than that tiny place you split. Luigi, hello! Welcome to my hut. I'm Professor E-Cat. Stop scratching your butt. This mansion appeared in a big puff of doom and is dusty as shit. Here, take this vacuum. Your brother gets a world and a land and a mouse. He gets a galaxy. You get house. By the way, he's here and he's feeling sad. He's stuck in a painting which is suddenly bad. Come here and join us, Luigi. Maybe you'll make a new friend. A cool friend. Your pants may be full of pee-pee, but once you're in here, the fun will never end. Now I'm gonna stop because I am gonna get yelled at by YouTube. Some stuff I can blame on my bad memory. This, nah, YouTube censors. No, we want you to use your own stuff only. Oh wait, is that AI? Bring that here, it brings in the views. Is that AI slop of cats getting gutted? Bring that here, it brings in the views. Oh, it looks like an animated cartoon. We're gonna put it on YouTube Kids. Bring that here, it brings in the views. Would anyone like to see my art style to be Nintendo art in 2010 to 2020? What do you think, chat? I mean, one would think you would ask that like on your own live stream or such. I'm just saying. This is the me show. What do you think of Harry Potter? And you guys thought I was complaining 5 seconds ago. Don't get me started. I'm going to get sued by a turf. I have never read a single book. I tried to watch the first movie, and the 10 minutes that I did watch, I was like, so yeah. On the franchise itself, don't really give a fuck. I only use AI for coming up with ideas, but never for the final product. Even then, that is rare. I'm okay with Harry Potter, despite not being into the books. At least it's not for the finished product. You know, the way AI should be used to help with ideas. AI should be used to help, not do the entire thing for you. Because of course there's some AI bros that will go, yeah, well, paint programs use some form of AI. Yes, I know. But it still doesn't do the entire thing for me. Because in the same breath they're gonna go, well, it's much easier to use AI than it is to draw. And then turn around, it's super hard to use AI because you have to constantly refine your prompt and stuff like that. Well, if you're gonna do that, why not just fucking draw yourself? I know, I tried. It's faster if you draw yourself. If you struggle with getting ideas, look around. If that's not doing it for you, go ahead and use ChatGPT. But don't use your own imagination on top of ChatGPT. It's supposed to be a tool, not something to replace your entire brain. The only AI I use are novel AI, but only for fun. No ChatGPT, no Suno, no Udio or Midjourney. Oh, ChatGPT has gotten dangerous. Like, literally, I was looking for something and I had my hands busy, so I asked Siri, just making sure I didn't accidentally trigger him. Okay. So I asked him to look up something for me because my hands were busy. And then it had the face to tell me, I can use ChatGPT for that. Would you like to turn it on? Like, the AI needs an AI. What the actual fuck? I beg your finest pardon, Apple? What the actual fuck? I still have to take what the prompts made into another program and fix what the generator got wrong. Yeah, you can still do that. You still have the brain processing to do that. People who don't do that, they are losing the brain processing to even see it. Like, literally, there was that guy that got caught. He was using AI to write his novel, and he accidentally stole a recipe straight from Breath of the Wild. Like, it asked for Lizalfo's tails or something like that, and like, dude, you still need the brain power to edit whatever you get from AI. And my problem is the people that don't do that. Like, we are ignoring on purpose the environmental problems that AI cause, if only for those specific arguments, you know? And the environmental problems wouldn't be that bad if AI was used correctly. But no, people go out of their way to use it incorrectly and then go around and blame the victims. Using arguments that contradict themselves. That, and I still prefer doing things from scratch. As a person with a trans brother, you can imagine how I feel about it without violating YouTube community standards. You know what? I'll shut up about it. I mean, Bono, you're allowed to be a fan of Harry Potter itself, but it's extremely problematic because it funds a turf. And if YouTube asks me what I mean, I will spell it T-U-R-F. Because that certain person that we are not going to mention in the chat needs to touch fucking grass. And not black mold. Anyway! I finished the demo for Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. I still don't know if I'm going to get the game. It's got some very good ideas, some very good concepts. The dual battle system, I like it. But I will admit I am still stuck on the graphic problem. And what I mean by that, it's a very pretty game. That's it. That's the problem. It's a very pretty game. Like, I'm okay with the backgrounds looking generic because how much variation can you put into drawing a tree, a mountain range? Like, it even has like that fog effect that the farther something is, the bluer and foggier it gets, and that's normal. That's sky particles, stuff like that. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Beautiful for the eyes. But that's the problem. Everybody in the game is equally pretty. Everybody has like one body type. You have the kid, the male teenager, the female teenager, the male adult, the female adult. That's it. That is it. Everybody has the same body type. And notice that I didn't say female elder, male elder. They are elder females and males in the game. Same body as the regular adult. And everybody has fantastic posture. Everybody is so pretty, it is hard to tell the difference between an NPC, an important NPC, and a playable character. And visually, that feels like a lazy decision. Not saying that the game itself is lazy. Though I will say that I played it in Spanish, and there are a couple of very important words, like, you know, buy, that you will see very often in the game when you shop, of course. And they spelled it compar instead of comprar. Oh, it's Ted Woolsey all over again. Not that I'm shitting on him, I understand what his problem was. Deadlines, too many games at once. But still! Once again, why, if you are, like, I'm not saying they did, I am not saying they did, but it is a good example that if you are still using AI despite all the drawbacks, check your stuff, edit your stuff. But like I said, I'm not saying they did. I am saying get an editor. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Shiro, you make typos too, and you make a lot of mistakes in your art. I know! There's only one of me. This is a whole team of people. There are two things that I learned from playing English games with Ted Woolsey translations. Like you guys know, I still struggle sometimes with my English. Sometimes my mouth just decides you're going to pronounce that word that way and that's it, and I'm like blah 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 blah, blah and I just stall. But through Ted Woolsey translations, I learned my English and I learned to spot a typo a mile away. So like even in modern games, I'm like, that's a mistake. I spotted typos in like Resident Evil Village. I think I spotted typos in the remake of Live Alive. Like those are Switch and PlayStation like 4 or 5 games. Like you would think by now. And whenever I say don't completely depend on technology, some people will get, well, you depend on technology because you do stuff, you draw digitally on your tablet. And I'm like, yeah, but if the tablet goes down, I can still grab a piece of paper and still draw. Yeah, but you do effects on your tablet that you don't do on paper, and honestly, that's laziness. But there's some stuff that I can do on tablet that I can't do on paper because I just can't do it on paper. I need to do it on a canvas or something. What happens if you need to draw and you can't use a 3D model to trace off of? Then I just don't. I have plenty of 3D models in real life that I just eyeball. I'm good at eyeballing, what can I say? One time I was so good at eyeballing, I got accused of art tracing. It was on an adoptable website, and because we were allowed fan adoptables, I started making Paper Mario wizards. And each evolution of my little adoptable egg was a different wizard. Like, I had the Merlon egg, so the first stage was the egg, second stage was Merlon from Paper Mario, third stage was Merlon from Thousand Year Door, 4th stage was Merlon from Super Paper Mario, and I did that with Merlon, Merly, Merlovely, and they got shut down temporarily because somebody had accused me of tracing. And I was like, I didn't trace. Like, I had literally eyeballed the sprites. And to prove it, I made an overlay of my art versus the art I eyeballed, and I shit you not. Super Paper Mario Merlon was like line to line perfect with the reference, and I was like, oh, I get it now. Whoops, that was an accident. But it was proven that I did not trace, so the adoptables were reinstated. It's almost 3 o'clock and we're only at the inking part. I did a lot of complaining today and it's probably never going to stop. So... that house is like super big compared to my tiny little people here. But it was super big. I think it was meant to be like a small apartment complex thing. Either way, it doesn't matter. The door is proportional. I already drank all my tea. I could use some more because I don't know if you guys can hear it, my throat is kind of scratchy right now. I got water though. So there's always that. I always complain about a lot of things. If you were chased or have fangirls that adores you, what would you do? Including you, chat. Okay. I want chat to answer that first. See what happens. What would you guys do if you had fangirls, or fanboys, or fan-theys, I'm not judging, that adores you? What would you do? Like borderline stalker, probably. What would you guys do if you had fans that adored you? A little too much. Because I did have that problem. And I had to shut that shit down real quick. because it was to a point where the person begged me to take their V card. And first of all, no. Secondly, you're a minor, so double no. And they were insisting, so I had to block them. That's how bad it got for me. So I'm willing to be friends and help with art. But when you start with that parasocial shit, I have to put a stop to it right now. I am the responsible adult in the situation, and honestly, the fact that I can be labeled a responsible adult, really questionable. But and like seriously, that came out of frickin' nowhere because I don't flirt. And if I do flirt, somebody needs to tell me because I'm not aware I'm doing it. Yeah, someone that is used to having people misinterpret what I say. Because I'm a very direct person and people can't handle that. Lily in the panel is like, I don't care who you are, if there's cheese, I'm in. Like, I don't even like being flirted with because most of the time, like 100% of the time, it's people that want something. Because I will say, when I clean up, I'm very handsome. But 99% of the time, I look like this. And then people come up to me, beautiful. No, you want money? Money that I don't have. So yeah, the idea that I would be flirting with somebody is absolutely ridiculous. Even less a minor. No, thank you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm willing to help you with stuff like art and stuff like that, but no, 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 no. In fact, if you're a minor and you insist on talking to me, I would like to speak with your parents. I need your parents to know that you are here. I need your parents to know where you are at all time on the internet. Shiro, what if it's an adult fan? Oh, well, it's even worse. Because usually adult fans that have very questionable behavior, usually that means they're on a different spot on the spectrum than me. And it's usually the spot on the spectrum that makes them very, very, very emotional. Every emotion. Which means if I respond negatively to their bad behavior, they are going to be absolutely pissed off at me and trying to sign up an army to kill me on YouTube. Which has happened. And I was like, is that your first death threats? Because it ain't mine. Not the first time somebody wants to end my life over the most asinine shit. Shiro, you're always exaggerating. Oh, bless your heart, you think I'm exaggerating. Bless you, bless you, bless you for thinking that I'm making up whenever really, really bad shit happens to me. That means you have a pure heart. That you think people wouldn't behave like that. Bless you and your pure heart. You would get killed and harvested in Super Paper Mario. Hi, Paul! Great, I gave my tabbing a heart attack. Come on, reboot. Reboot. Bloop, bloop. That was a Canadian show. Canadian excellence. I am going to hide the text. And make it white so I can recognize it easy after. And this is why I have to hide the text, because it will overspill when text is involved. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. See you soon. Don't be good, do good, and stay good. Bye, Bono. Bye bye. Bye, Bono. Have fun. Whatever you're gonna go do. I think he got a little uncomfortable after his little Harry Potter question. Which was an innocent question, mind you. It just so happens that it's problematic. And we linked to his Discord earlier. And he thought I was telling him to behave, but no, I was telling people that would go to his Discord to behave there. Because we're nice enough to share his Discord. You guys, if you guys decide to visit his Discord, Be nice enough to behave in it. That is what I meant. But see, this is what I was talking about with people misinterpreting what I'm saying. Isn't like I say A, people say, did you meant B? And I'm like, no, if I meant B, I would have said it. But I am not offered the luxury of being understood the first time around. Little spillage here. Let's take care of that. Well, whoever's at the door must be somebody Lily likes, because when she sounds like she's being compressed by an 18-ton tank, usually it means it's somebody she likes at the door. Oh, it sounds like my sister and her husband. Yeah, I just confirmed that. At least we're in the coloring part now, so we're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, lemon on a pear. Take my hand, make it I swear. Come on. And for a second I thought it was the dog downstairs. No, she's upstairs. She's just loud. I'm in a good mood. I got to draw a couple things that were purely for my entertainment. And sometimes that's all you need, to draw just for you, not with the idea of making content. Because I swear that's what drives people nuts nowadays. They're so focused on trying to please people, and mainly the algorithm, because I'm of the mind that if a drawing pleases me, it's going to please the right type of people. But the algorithm wants more and more and more. The algorithm is greedy AF, okay? Lily sings opera for a person she likes. Lily takes out the big guns. She's like, I am defending the house. Oh wait, no, I know who this is. Oh my god, I'm so happy! See, when I keep saying that Mom was the original goblin, and I am but a pale imitation, this is exactly what I mean. This is goblin behavior right there. She could have acted perfectly normal about this whole getting a dog thing. No. Panic screaming is the way I'll go to get that dog. But like every day I spend with that dog, I ask myself, why would people want to euthanize her? She has such a great personality. She does. She's a little gremlin too, but like we're a family of gremlins, so it's normal. But she is the best behaved dog we ever had in this house. I don't blame your mom for falling in love with her. She's absolutely adorable and sweet, even if noisy and clingy, but she has to be careful not to love Lily too much. Yeah. Loving Lily too much landed her at the vet, and now she's fat and dramatic. And she did not like being called fat and dramatic. Like the vet was like, she's fat and she's being dramatic, but she's so cute, I'm going to give her a treat. And Lily was like, well, you just called me fat, I'm gonna have your stupid treat. And Lily is food motivated, so she was insulted being called dramatic, so she decided to be dramatic about it. Like, all our dogs were smart, but Lily has got to be the smartest. I mean, how many dogs do you know that would bring you politely a cheese to unwrap for them? instead of the dog destroying the wrapper themselves, you know? Otherwise, Lily would be too fat to move. Yeah, she's already, like, she's 7, she's already in her period that she's starting to not want to move a lot. So that's part lap dog, part starting to feel her age. And I'm not kidding about the we got the dog, go, go, go. Mom was really like that. Go, go, go the entire time. Go, 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 we have to go get that dog. Go, 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 we have to leave. Like, are you sure this is all legal? But really, like, you guys only hear her alarm. Lily is usually a very quiet, very reflective dog. And she's always happy to see you. Like, I keep threatening with cooking her, and she gives absolutely zero fucks about that every time she sees me coming. Her body doesn't move, but then you start seeing the tail. Her body doesn't move at all. But then you see the tail, like... I got some artsing to do, so I ordered some food, and... Oh, what did you order? Sushi, wonton soup, and tempura crab legs. Ooh, squeeze a little bit. Ooh. I will say that sushi has become better where I live. I have a former coworker who is also a friend. That recently started working at the sushi counter at the grocery store. And it had been a long while, but the sushi has flavor again. For the longest time, in between when the first guy that was there worked there, and then they had a couple of this skin tone going on of employees like that, and the sushis were completely tasteless. Like, you bite in it and you taste rice. Like, there was nothing to taste, and like, it was full of all the usual fish and stuff like that, but somehow it had no taste. As if they had rinsed out the seafood in the cold water. Because if you rinse out your seafood, that's what happens. You rinse out the flavor that goes with it. Like you're not supposed to wash your seafood. So rinsing out seafood usually means that you're trying to speed thaw it, but you're supposed to do that with the seafood in a sealed bag and then run the water on it to speed thaw it. That's how you keep the flavor. So I don't know if that's what happened with those sushis, but now that that friend is there and the sushi actually tastes like fish. So we're enjoying them again. Oh my goodness, it's almost 4. I've been talking a lot. And I didn't see any of you stopping me. I'm kidding, I'm here for that. I'm gonna make her a purse like that because for a while she had like a holographic purse. There we go. Good enough. So it was gravel, so I'm gonna put a gray for quote-unquote gravel color. And a little bit of green. I hope I don't look like I'm judging this house because our house is not that different then. Oh, thank you, Coco! Thank you very much! Oh, that is already helping so much. Oh, thank you. I really need a set of different brushes. I got like a round brush. I got a couple of flat brushes, but I need like more styles to help with my watercolor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Coco. Thank you. Thank you. One day I'm going to get whiplash whenever I hear the Final Fantasy fanfare. Like, thank you seriously so much. Like I keep saying, every little bit counts. Every single little bit. Plus, I may have a teeny tiny little bit of a plan with these brushes. I plan to learn how to work with them and then show Mom how to work with them because she's been interested in doing some watercolors. And that snowman that she painted a while back, she did it with one brush. So I would like to help teach her use different brushes for different effects, different surfaces, stuff like that. So yeah, that's my selfish little secret. They're not just for me. I do need the set, but they're not just for me. That's it. I'm making everything the same dark gray first. I'm gonna make the console and the steering wheel a little darker, if only for a teeny tiny bit of contrast. If that doesn't show the urgency, I don't know what will. Now we're gonna bring back the text and put some actual speech bubble around that. And we'll be done. don't even know why she needed me. I'm pretty sure she could drive by herself at the time. Maybe in case it was a dangerous person lying about a dog. And I was her line of defense. Not that I'm that good at fighting, but I am about as malign as Aunt Muriel's tumor. I'm laughing about the tumor because, like, I truly believe a lot in her health. Because I'm not kidding when I say we're a gremlin family. I am not above biting. Because yes, it's a dangerous tumor. Yes, it's likely that she might not make it. But the entire time that she's known that she had it, she fought it the entire time. Safety in numbers knew. Exactly. This was a fun show, Shiro. Your comic looks awesome. Thank you, Paul. And it's like I said, she wasn't gonna take being paralyzed lying down. And she is not. She is fighting like she's a Spartan. And you know, usually when you're wasting away, you stop eating, you slow down on your eating, you slow down in general. Not her. You're a witness if things go bad. Well, I'm a witness if things go bad. Or I'm the cause things go bad. It's 50-50, you know? Like I told Mom, I can't fight, but I can usually talk myself, like, out of trouble. Even if my mouth is the little bitch that usually gets me into trouble to begin with. I'm gonna color that white and then I'll be satisfied. And we'll be done for today. Let's check the gray layer. See if I colored everything. That's good. Next. Ah. Pensais que je t'avais pas vu, hein? T'avais raison. And with that, we're done for realsies. Yay! Which means it is time to read super fast. Because we gotta give extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkled, chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters Ember B, Paul Camus, and of his bad at multiplayers, Matthew H, Blas6, Laura S, Artsy Tanuk, and Jeff B, and our part-time supporters Super Dude 808 and Rocket Mouse. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Next live stream, of course, going to be next Sunday, December 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all. And bye-bye.